Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So, another interesting topic. It's going to be about the gap trading. So, many people, associate gap trading with only with the intraday trading, and to some extent, it is right because gaps when they create, they simply mean that there is a powerful momentum which has been created, right? And when we are involved in a day trading, so momentum is something that is the most favorite thing of a day trader. So our gap simply means when there is a difference between the closing of current price and the last closing price, and there is nothing in between, that creates a gap. So today we are going to talk about this interesting topic. I'm sure you will like it, and especially if do day trading. So gap is something which is everybody's favorite because it gives you the fast movement in the prices. So as usual, let's begin with our thought process. So I have mentioned it a couple of times that price action is the most important thing in our trading. So we are not dependent on any kind of technical indicators. You have seen my previous videos. I don't even use trend lines or Gann lines or Fibonacci lines because in my opinion they do not give any extra information which a price can give. So price is the first and foremost thing we need to look at. Then comes the candlestick patterns. So when prices are formed in form of patterns, and they are give you a visual picture in form of candlestick, that is what gives us a point, a tool to go into the trade. So we have talked about that there are many different kind of patterns that we can utilize, and for a trading like momentum trading or a gap trading, you know these candlestick patterns even become more important because if you do not have the right pattern and you just move into the trade, you might enter up, you might end up losing a lot, then making profit out of it. So after the candlestick, we have the trend analysis, right? So when a gap gets created, that means there is a very strong and powerful momentum to the either to the upside or downside, right? And when there are a powerful momentum, that means that there are actual buyers or sellers, and that creates the trend. And trend and the quality of trend is what we have to assess when we do the trading. Then support and resistance, right? So this is the most basic thing. Multiple time frame analysis, that also comes very handy when we do either day trading or swing trading. So that's another most important tool in our kitty. Volume, as I mentioned couple of times, is the secondary piece of information. So most of the time when a gap gets created, there will be a volume, right? Because it simply means that a lot of people have punch in a huge number of orders at a particular price level, and that what creates a gap. And then we have the broader market. So when you are day trading and when you are gap trading, broader market analysis becomes an important tool to have, because let's say there is a gap which has been created in a particular stock. So when you analyze the broader market, let's say Nifty or a bank Nifty, from that, from which this stock belongs to, and it is showing a relative strength, that gives you more confidence to go into that trade, right? So all these are the thought process which are very much important, and we need to assess them, right? This is the kind of checklist that we should always keep handy when we trade. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this is the slide which I often call as a madness, because and especially when it comes to a day trading, people normally use a lot of technical indicators, and they overlay so many indicators, that it becomes almost impossible to read the price. And price is something which is the leading indicator, which gives you the first hand information. And if you know how to read it, then there is absolutely no need of using the indicators. So that also becomes a choice. So uh, as we you know that in our case, we usually base our trading is based on mainly on price and price action. And indicators are something that we do not even use except the moving averages. And I will create one video exclusively on the moving averages, where I will show that how we can use moving averages in our favor, and how the only the moving averages are the indicators. I'm not saying that they are the only indicators which are very useful, but they are sufficient to give you enough information to move into a trade and come out of a trade. So as the topic suggests of today's presentation, it's about gaps. So first, let's understand how many types of gaps are there. So professional gap, you must have often saying traders that this is a professional gap, or a pro gap. So that simply means the gap that occur at the turn and mostly ignites the move to the other side. So if I just draw it to make you understand through a visualization. So let's say that there is a downtrend, and then there is prices move into a range, and then suddenly there is a igniting bar that moves to the other direction, and that creates a trend. So this type of gap is often called as a pro gap or a professional gap. The same is true in the other case, meaning we have the uptrend, and then prices suddenly either go in a range, right? Or they stop making higher highs and higher lows, and then suddenly you have you know um, a gap to the downside that breaches all the support area. So that kind of a gap is called as a pro gap. Then we have novice gap. So novice gap simply means these gaps usually occurs at the end of the move, or ends an already extended move. So this means that prices have been moving in a particular direction from some time, right? And then usually you will see that the time when that trend was about to get over, you will see a good gap in the same direction. So that gap, which comes after a multiple move in the same direction, often ends that trend, and that is a novice gap. So any trader who is not an informed trader, and who is not aware of how to trade gaps, usually gets enter into these kind of novice gaps, and got trapped. So in the further slides, we are going to see all these type of gaps with examples. So don't worry about it. When you see the examples, I'm sure that there will be no confusion and things will get more clear. So continuation gap simply means that let's say there is a uptrend, and then there are there is uh, a range market, and then we have down move, that ignites the move to the downside, and then we again have momentum, and then we again have a gap that further moves the prices to the downside. So no, that means this is the first gap. So this is the professional gap that has ignited the move to the downside, and then we have a continuation gap which made the prices to move continue to the same direction. So, these are the three broad categories in which we can divide the gaps. There might be some other categories as well, but if you can understand these three types of gaps, that is sufficient to, trade them. I have also created a video on the momentum trading and continuation pattern trading. So if you have not seen those videos, I will give the link above. Do watch them, because gap trading is somewhere related with the momentum trading. So once you will watch that momentum trading video, it will be more easy for you to understand how to trade gaps. Now, an important point that not all gaps are tradable, and so we will apply our tools before trading them. So this is very important, because many a times you will see a gap, which it has ignited the move. However, the market environment was not such, where we should enter into a trade. So in those cases, our tools that we have talked about in the previous slide, the price, the support resistance, the multiple time frame analysis, the volume analysis, all those tools, when we combine them and use them in our trading, they will help us. Now, I'm not saying that that if we use them, we will never face losses, or our stops will not get hit, but those tools will make you an informed trader. And when you use them and when you repeat them in your trading, that will save you losing a lot of money, and that will with practice, that will make you understand that what to trade and what not to trade. So let's just quickly clean up this page, and let's move on to the next slide. uh, if on on any slide, if there is any point that you don't understand, I would encourage you to just ask questions in the comment box, right? You can always email it to me, so so that I can just clarify it. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this is the first example. Now, if you have seen my earlier videos, most of the time I use the 5 minute chart when it comes to the day trading. And I have also mentioned that, 5 minute chart is my most favorite chart, when I do this scalping or intraday trading. However, in case of gaps, sometimes, not always, but sometimes it is useful to use the 2 minute chart as well, because gaps are the fast moves. They are so fast that you might not get the entry in the 5 minute, or by the time you will get the entry in 5 minute, prices must have gone too far too soon. So that is why in some of the examples I have used 2 minute. However, until and unless you understand the gaps, and until and unless you practice it well, I would advise you not to use the 2 minute, because the flow of the data is very fast in the lower time frames. And if you are not experienced, if you are, if you are still struggling and still, trying to understand the markets, it would be better to use the higher time frames. So if you just focus on the daily, we have a price range movement in the daily time frame, and then we have this bar, where I have intentionally pointed out, because what has happened in this bar is that this bar has gap down, it open gap down, but it reverses back up and it closed at its high. Now that price bar gives a lot of information that buyers are very active, and where it gapped down to a previous support area where buyers were there earlier and they stepped back again, right, and they moved the prices up. And then sellers again attempted to move the prices down, but they failed. And we can see that even the topping tail and these red bars were got ignored, and we have momentum slowly moving to the upside. We have the averages which were sloping upwards. Now all this information gives you enough information that we should keep this stock in our watch list, because it can anytime give us momentum to the upside. So what it has done has that it has cleared the resistance and it gapped up. And when it gapped up, there was nothing to the left to stop it, which means that we have the void to the upside. Now what is void? Void means that there is nothing above or overhead to stop prices moving upside, right, which we at times call as the path of least resistance. So prices gapped up, strong momentum to the upside. We have already seen that buyers are there who are accumulating to the lower, at the lower levels. Now we have momentum to the upside. There is nothing to the left which can stop prices. Now this is the gap that we should enter. So first thing is that we can enter this this line, this entry line is wrongly I think shifted to the downside. It should be here. Now this means that this is the first 2-minute bar. Now if you just analyze the first 2-minute bar, prices open somewhere here, they came back down, but buyers stepped up and they moved the prices to the upside and they closed at its high. Now from the higher time frame, we have the sufficient information that today prices are gonna go up with fast move. And now we have the first 2-minute candle, which is also telling us that prices are now ready to shoot to the upside. So what we can do, we can take the entry above this bar and we can keep our stop loss here. If you want to give it more room, you can even put your stop loss here or here. I have already told you in my previous videos that when your stop is bigger, you have to share size it accordingly. So if you take the entry here, then prices have just shoot up to the upside, right? So that shows that the analysis from the daily was right, and the buyers actually were there and prices moved to the upside with a fast momentum, right? Now after giving this move in the morning itself, then prices actually range throughout the day. They have gave the breakout one more time during the middle of the day. However, prices did not move much because they have already given the move in the first attempt itself. So let's just quickly clean this up. And let me just again tell you that this is the entry line. I think this got shifted wrongly to here. It should be above this first candle. So that would be our entry point. I have told this in my previous videos as well, that 99% of the time our entry would be above this signal candle, and this is the signal candle. So let's jump on to the next one. Okay. So again, we have the daily where, we have the rising 20 and 50 MAs, which are telling us that the prices are in uptrend, right? Now, what has happened in the recent past is that prices have moved to the upside, right? And then sellers became active here and they came down. When they touched to the rising MA, they move back up again. And then we have a very strong move to the downside, which closed at its low and came back to the support area from where the buyers up. And then from there, prices continue to move down until they touch the rising 50 MA. Now, once they touch the 50 MA, we have the momentum move to the upside, right? Which is the gap. Now, this gap again, the points that we need to keep in mind while trading gaps is that first of all, that they should, clear the resistance. And this is what I'm talking about from the daily, time frame point of view, because when we have a strong move in the daily, we will see the reaction in the low time frames. So a strong move up cleared all the resistance. There is a void, meaning there is nothing to the left which can stop the prices to go to stop moving up, right? And if you can see, the prices where they open is is almost its low. So that's what we can see in the 5-minute time frame, which is now our trading time frame. Prices opened somewhere here, they made a high, but they came back down, right? Now we have the sufficient information. So what we can do is we can either take the entry above the first 5-minute candle, put our stop here or here, and just write the prices, right? That is one thing that we can do, because we have enough information from the daily. Now we have the rising MAs in the 5-minute time frame as well. But let's say that after seeing this first 5-minute candle, you are not very comfortable in taking the long position. You can wait now, right? You can wait for the second opportunity. Now, if you are lucky, if the markets are, the environment is such that it is ready to give the second chance, we will use it. If not, then many a times we just have to sit back and see what prices are doing. So then what has happened is, after this move, prices has moved in a range. Now this whole range is another piece of information that you should look at, right? So what has happened is, we have a gap, we have a sideways momentum, which means that the prices, instead of pulling down, they have time consolidated, and then we have the breakout, right? Now the breakout has cleared the resistance, and then we have moved to the upside. Now what we can do, or where we can enter above this green bar. We can put our stop here below this pivot, right? So in my coming videos, I will talk about the moving averages. I will talk about how to mark the support and resistance also, so that the pivot highs and pivot lows. So if there are any sort of confusion in your mind, that will also get clear. For the purpose of this topic, let's focus that we can either put our stop just below this candle or below this pivot. And if the farther you go putting your stop, you have to share size it accordingly. So that was the second chance that the market has given you to go enter into the stop. Now we have then what has happened, that prices again moved in a range. Then we have a momentum move to the downside, which has taken these support area, these small support area, and this red bar has closed its low. Now this tells us that now sellers have become active, right? And then we have, a price which opened here, meaning which opened below this red candle, it moved down. When it opened here and moved down, that means it was also a red candle, a very strong red candle, which means that prices are now going to go down. However, eventually buyers stepped up at the same pivot areas. They took the prices to the upside, and then prices closed at its high, and the candle closed green. Now, once this candle is closed green, that give us the information that we have a breakdown failure bar, right? Now, a breakdown failure bar means that all those who have either shorted below this or at this candle are now trapped. And then we have prices at a range, and then we again have a breakout where I'm pointing out this, at the candle. This is a breakout candle which has again cleared the resistance, and then we have moved to the downs, a move to the upside. Now, after either you can take entry here or here, and after taking the entry, if the prices just shoots up to the upside, then you should the best way of trailing the prices is to put your stop, or just raise your stop from here to the next candle. So where will it where will you can you can raise your stop, you can raise your stop to the low of the the next candle of the momentum candle. So when a candle breaks below the low of these two candles, your stop will get hit and you will be out of the trade, right? But if you just trail it, you can see that prices are just keep on moving up throughout the day, and prices have closed at its high. So this was a very good example of a gap trade. Now let's just quickly erase it, and this is what I hate doing almost every time. When I draw it, I just keep drawing it, and then I have to erase it. So now let's jump on to the next example. Okay, now this is the example to the downside, right? So we have to see the different flavors so that we'll be ready with our trading tool when we trade gaps. So this is a momentum move to the downside, and you can see that we have a volume as well here. So the price action has started giving us signal when it was in the uptrend. You can see that we have the rising 20 and 50 MA prices were started to move in a time consolidation in a range, and then we have breakout failure, right? This bar tried to move up and go above this bar, but then eventually it came back down. Then we have a strong red bar which closed below the lows, which means that it has it breached the support area, and then we have a momentum move to the downside, a gap down bar. Now let's just go into the 5-minute chart and see where we can entry. So this was the first bar. Now, as I mentioned, that gaps are powerful moves, so you can always, if you're trading in a 2-minute time frame, you can place your entry either above or below the first 2-minute candle. And if you are trading in a 5-minute, you can either place your entry up or below the first 5-minute candle. Now, as this is a breakdown case, sorry, this is a gap down case. So, this is the first 5-minute candle. We can, keep the entry just below this. Now, this has wrongly, has kept too far from the candle, but we can just take the entry here, and we can place either our stop here or here, depending on how much room do we want to give to this trade. Now, if you are not comfortable because the range of the candle is very high, The stop is very far. So what you can do is you can again wait for the second chance, as we have seen in the previous example. Now, I have, I have draw a box here, right? Intentionally to, draw your attention here. Just analyze what has happened after these two red candles. So we have a powerful move to the downside, and then we have a follow through. But then what has happened is prices start to move in a range, right? But again, as we have seen in the gap up example, that when there is a gap up bar, prices, instead of pulling down, they just move in a range. And that is what has happened here as well. Prices gap down, they move in a range, and we call it, ranging at the lower one third of the candle range. In this case, it was at the upper one third of the candle range. Now, why I'm talking about, the one third level is that indicates, that shows that if prices are not able to go beyond the one third, or let's say maximum 40% of the first or lower range, that that gives us an indication that, either buyers or sellers in that trade, in that price range, are very active and very aggressive. So let's just quickly erase it. Okay. So we can see that, there are a couple of instances where prices try to break out from this range. This was one example, right? But eventually it came back down, and it has become a breakout failure bar. And then we have a breakdown bar, which has, breached all the support which has been created by the buyers at these lower levels. Now, if you have not entered here, you can take entry just below here. You can keep your stop here. This is one way of doing it. So I hope you are, able to understand what I'm trying to say. If you just, practice it, if you don't understand the video or the concepts at one time, there is absolutely no problem. You can revisit the video, right? You can, watch it multiple times, and I'm sure that with practice you will be able to understand what I'm talking about. And this is one of the best way of reading the price action, because they are giving you all the signals on your chart. You do not need, now you tell me that, do you need any kind of trend line or indicator just to understand what price is doing here, right? So this is very basic stuff. If you understand, if you just practice it, you will understand, and I'm sure about that. Now let's jump on to the other example. Okay, so now this is a very important example, because here I'm going to show you what is a novice trade. I'm sorry, what is a novice gap? And a novice gap is something which, you want to refrain yourself from trading, meaning you don't need to trade it, because, novice gap is the price action that, has been created intentionally by the smart money to trap the novice traders. So what is the novice gap? We have, multiple move in the same direction, and then we have a very high momentum move, at the end, right? And then we have a gap. So we have, strong move to the upside, and then we have a gap. So such type of moves or such type of gaps are usually, novice gaps. The same, holds true for the opposite side, meaning if prices are moving to the downside, but, in a very fluid way, and then you have a very strong momentum move, and then you have a gap, that gap will usually got bought into, like this gap has, got sold into, and people, the traders will got trapped. And if you just, focus on the 5 minute, this is what has happened. This was a gap, a very strong first 5 minute candle. But then what has happened? prices never able to took the high of the first 5 minute candle. They moved in a range many a times, after the first 5 minute candle. And if many a time I have also experienced that, in the first three candle, meaning in the first 15 minutes, prices will break above the first 5 minute candle, the high of the first 5 minute candle, and then they will come back, and then they just keep on moving down. So just be aware of it, right? This is the gap which you don't need to trade. This is a very important information. So in short, we have to trade the gaps which ignites the move to the other direction, right? When the trend is fresh, when it has just got ignited, when it has just got come out from a base, right? That is where we need to enter into a trade, not a trade like this where the prices are already been up for so many days. Because think about it, if you have entered here, or let's say if you have entered here, if you've been if you've been watching my videos, I have mentioned that if there is a breakout which has cleared the resistance area, and then in between we have, in between we have candles which shows that there are trap traders as well, because this is a breakdown failure bar, and then prices moved up. If you were an informed trader, if you were, reading price action, you must have entered above at, this candle, or at this candles once the 20 ma has crossed the 50 ma, right? Or let's say after a momentum move, prices do rest for a while, and then you have entered above here. Let's say you have entered somewhere here. Just imagine that how much profitable you were when prices have gapped up, right? So when you see a gapped up, and when you see that prices are now coming down, traders like, traders who have entered here or here would be the first people to jump out of the trade and close their position. So I hope you got the message. You understand what a novice trade is, what a novice gap is. If you have any questions related to this, please just, ask them in the comment box. Let's just jump on to the other one. Okay. So after all those examples, this is my YouTube page. I would encourage you to go and watch the other educational videos as well. There are a lot of information that I have, given, and it's all free. So usually I create 2 or 3 categories of video. The one is that the daily update video, where I give the daily analysis on, the day-to-day market update. And then I create the topic specific videos like this one we are talking about. And then on, usually on Fridays, we have the scanning videos, where we take one index like Nifty 200 or Nifty 100 or Nifty 500 and scan these stocks. And if we found any potential stocks, we just, keep it. We set the alerts, and we, keep it in our watch list. We talk with each other. So right now, this is what I'm, doing on my YouTube channel. And if you like the content, if you like what I'm teaching here, please visit the YouTube page, and please, subscribe and like the channel. Now let's jump on to the other one. Okay. So this is the other example of 2-minute chart, and this is the another flavor of a trade. Now as I mentioned earlier, that, a pro gap or a professional gap is something, that ignites the move to the other direction, and they mostly occur at the turn. So we have seen that, that prices were moving in a range. They were in an uptrend, but then from this pivot high, they have started moving down. Now why they have started moving down? Either there must be some previous resistance. We do not have the sufficient information on this chart. There could be, a resistance to the left, or there could be a market environment, some news because of which prices have started moving down. But then, prices resumed with this igniting move to the main direction. Now let's jump onto the 2 minute chart. So now when this type of gap happens, we do have resistance to the left, but because they have ignited the move to the upside, that means that they have trapped many traders who have started shorting this is strong uptrend stock, right? So this is the first 2 minute chart. We can take entry above this candle. We can keep our stop here. If you don't want to, trade here because of the resistance or because of the gap, or it creates confusion for you, then just look at this, box, because as I mentioned earlier, that if you will not trade the first candle, you have to wait for the second chance. Now we have the second chance here. After such a strong move to the upside, why we call it a strong move, because it hasn't created any pivot lows while going up. There is no support there. It just straight up moving to the upside, and then it come into the range bound direction. Then we have a breakout, and then prices started moving up. So if you have entered above this candle, you can keep your stop. Excuse me. If you can keep your stops just below this signal candle, or you can keep your stop below this pivot low here. This is the another chance, right? So prices have moved down, but again we have a momentum move to the upside, which closed at its high and has cleared the resistance. Now this again is a signal that buyers are very aggressive at this level. When prices move down, they move down to this minor support area, right? And from where buyers again stepped up and they took the prices to the upside. So we can take the entry above this candle, we can keep our stop here, and then just trail the prices, right? Hope you have understood this. So let's jump on to the other one. Okay, let's just quickly erase this. Okay, so I hope you will enjoy this particular example, because it is about the continuation gap. So we have a gap down move, and then we have the another gap down move, right? And why they are tradable, let's jump on to the 5 minute chart. Let's drill down to these candles to examine that why they are tradable. Now from the daily, what information we are getting is that we have an uptrend, and that is why we have the 20 MA above 50 and 50 above 200, right? But they 50 and 200 were getting flat, right? So that tells us that the momentum is getting slower here, right? And then we have a breakout. After the breakout, there is one day when prices moved up, and then we have a breakout failure bar, right? After the breakout failure, the prices came down. Now this whole price action, this complete price action is the first point of indication that something is happening here. Now this has become a pivot low. Prices moved back up, but when they came back, we again have a breakout failure. Now if you closely monitor this bar, it has taken out the high of this candle, and then we have prices very strongly moving to the downside. That means that it has created an M top, right? So those of you who trade, they know that what an M top pattern is. Okay, it's a very bearish pattern, and that means that prices are now will move down. Now this is the this first candle is this chart, and this is the first 5 minute candle. So this is a very range expansion bar. So we cannot trade it, because if we take the entry below it and keep our stop here, and let's say our stop gets hit, we will have be in a big loss position. So in this case, we have to wait for the second chance. Now, if you can see, after fluidly moving to the downside, buyers tried to control the market, and then prices started moving in a range. Now again, if you watch this price action, it is in a range which is at the lower one third of the entire first 5-minute candle. And then we have a bar which is a breakout bar, because it opened here, it came here. When it came here, it was a big green bar. It took out the highs, right? But it eventually came back down, and buyer and sellers have taken the control. And then we have the other bar which took out the lows. So what we can do, we can place the entry at this failure bar, below the failure bar, and we can put our stop here, and then just we can trail the prices. Now this 5-minute chart is the the second gap. So this 5-minute first 5-minute candle is still tradable. We can keep our entry here below the first 5-minute candle. We can put our stop here. If you don't want to trade it, then wait for the second chance. Then what has happened after this momentum move to the downside, right? Prices moved in a range at the lower one third, and then we have a bar which opened here, came back up, took all the highs of these bars, but then eventually closed at its low. Now this is the enough to tell us that sellers are very aggressive. So we can keep our entry below this signal bar, and stop above here or above here, depending on how much room you want to give to this trade, and then just simply trail the prices to the downside. I hope that you are enjoying what I'm teaching here, and you are getting a lot of knowledge from these videos, because once you will start practicing it, you will understand that these concepts that I'm teaching here are very important, because they will give you the clear picture of what is happening in the market. So that's it in today's session. Let's just rub this off. Okay. So that's it in today's session. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you really like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe the channel. And if you have any questions, please share them either in the comment box. I have given all the details, like my Twitter page, my Facebook, my email ID. You can ask your questions wherever you feel comfortable. So hope you have enjoyed, and then let's catch you in the next video. So take care and good night. Bye.